Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're getting into some Pac Man fever. Yes, I have a Pac Man collection. It lives in my bookshelf with my video game books, my Masters Universe books, along with some of my sci-fi and cartoon books. Now, we're going to start right here on the right-hand side, and you see my original Pac Man belt. This is from my childhood. I wore this to school, elementary school, every day. I love this belt. You see it says Pac Man on the buckle right there. It used to actually have a gold finish on the buckle. There's still remnants of it around the edge there. Then we have one of those claw vending machine puff toys. I found this at a thrift store, I believe, years ago. Of course, I've never been good enough to win these, so I have to buy them where I can see them. Then we have the Pac Man Monopoly game, arcade game. This is actually Monopoly board with a small Pac Man arcade, and at certain points of the Monopoly game, you get to play the Pac Man game. I've never played it yet. Hope to at some point when I have the time. Back here, this is my childhood Pac Man board game, the original one from the 80s. This one, you go around the board collecting, as Pac Man, munching up the marbles, white marbles as dots, avoiding the ghosts. And it's made by Milton Bradley. It was a really fun game to play. I played it all the time. Then we have a Pac Man card game. I picked this up, I believe, at Five Below a few months ago. They still make Pac Man merchandise. Surprisingly, like, what, over 40 years later? And we have my original Pac Man color forms from my childhood. I loved playing with these toys. They were so cool in the 80s, color forms. I have so many of them. Another one of those claw vending machine puffs. They actually had what is it, suction cups on them. You could hang them from a window. An original Pac-Man puzzle game from my childhood. Milton Bradley again. Milton Bradley made a lot of things for Pac-Man. They had the license at that time. Just like this one. Another Pac-Man card game. And you can see it says a card game featuring the characters from the popular video game. The rest of it says that down there. Original Pac-Man plush from my childhood. This little ghost is worn off his mouth, and it used to say, "Hungry for you." And this sat on my bed for years and years. Then we have a Pac-Man gumball machine, still with original 1980s gumballs. And no, I'm not going to try eating those. Ugh, they must be poisonous by now. Little Pac-Man handheld game with marbles, where you shoot the marbles at the top, rotate that down, and try to eat the marbles as Pac-Man and collect them. Original Pac-Man video game for the Atari 2600. I played this to death. When I first got this, I was like, oh, I can play Pac-Man at home. Then I saw what it looked like. It did not look like the game in the arcade that I put so many quarters in. But this one does. This is the Pac-Man NES game. Made by Tengen. It's one of the great cards. And I love this version. Pac-Man glass. I believe we got that from, what was it, Union 76 or somewhere? I'm not sure. Tomy Pac-Man Bank. You put a coin in here, push it down, flip, and it flips the coin into his mouth and he munches the coin. I just recently got this. This is a little LED sign for Pac-Man. Ghosts light up in sequence as they're following Pac-Man. I'll turn the light off for a second so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. You see the ghost following him. Then we're going to come down here. These original Tomy Pac-Man wind-ups. The Miss Pac-Man, the Blue Ghost, Pac-Man, and the Red Ghost. Now, excuse me, I don't know the ghost's name. I do know they have Inky, Blinky. I can't remember all of them from so long ago. This is a Pac-Man nightlight. This actually was in my room when I was growing up for a few years when I was really heavily into Pac-Man. This is actually a hand puppet. And it comes with ghosts, and you put your hand inside, and then you feed Pac-Man the ghosts. Behind this, you'll see the Pac-Man album, which features the Pac-Man Fever game song. This is a picture album. It's got pictures on both sides. I pulled it out here, but I don't want to, knock everything out of this. So I really love this album. It's got some cool songs on it when you're a kid. They don't really sound that great when you're an adult, but it's still fun to have. Speaking of fun to have, I also have this. This is my original Pac-Man pajama bag. This is what held my Pac-Man pajamas and my Pac-Man t-shirts. I used to keep them stored in here after they were laundered to keep them clean, and I loved this thing. This sat on my bed for years. And at the very bottom of the bottom, down here on the bottom of my bookcase, is also a Pac-Man pillow which sat on my bed. And you can see Pac-Man chasing the ghosts, shaped like Pac-Man, says Pac-Man. So much merchandise in the 80s when Pac-Man first came out. And it was such a fun time to be, a kid collecting, not even collecting things. This is just stuff you lived with and stuff you experienced every day. Things we don't even see nowadays. It's a lost time. And it's a missed time. So let me know in the comments, did you play Pac-Man when you were a kid? Did you own any of this memorabilia when you were a kid? Did you love Pac-Man, hate Pac-Man? Or what video game was your favorite growing up? Let's start our conversation. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and tap the bell for notification. Also check out my Facebook and Instagram pages for news and upcoming video information. Check out my other videos if you enjoy coin collecting or toy collecting. Thank you very much for watching.